right? Now let's try to connect this device or access our domain computer using this. So go to start and click join a domain. Like that. Then go to change. Since now we actually using or this is the client and we can actually use this and use this. So now we'll try to use or try to connect with the domain here. Name it sam.local. Okay, right. So it says here their name in this client contains one or more non-standard English characters, so you have to do that. Now we will try to authorize this device to connect with our server. Now enter the name and password of account with permission to join this domain. So this is your account, the user account that we gave earlier, and we will try to use John Doe as the user, John Doe. And password would be the same. Click OK. Just wait. Right? Name or bad password. So we'll try that again. Okay. John Doe. Right? Now your device is actually connected with the SAM local as the domain. So we must restart the computer to apply these changes. And it says close all files if there are. So click that OK and it will be automatically. So close this and click restart now. Alright, now click the devices, input keyboard, so keyboard, control alt delete, right? Click password. Now click switch user, other user. Now you will use this. So if you don't know how to log into SAM or the the server here, click how to log in other domain. For example, here to log in the other domain, type the name of the domain and the username. So I would like to log in as my account since the previous demonstration is connecting the device to the server. Now we would like to actually access the account that is created by the server. So it says here, the name of the domain and the username. So that would be Sam backslash John Doe. Test. Right, preparing for your desktop. Right. So let's see the device name. So this is John Doe's account. I click properties. Alright. Some local will be the domain, but this is an account of John Doe. Alright. So let's try to actually access this account from this server. Now, before everything else, um, we must check first the settings of this device if remote access has been checked. So allow remote access to your computer. So instead the remote, type allow remote access to your computer. Here, since this is just a client, the user account control asks for the server's administrator and account's password. So that would be administrator, then that would be the password of the administrator. Right? Now, it is by default. Now, click the allow connections only from computers remote, running remote desktop with network level authentication. Then click apply, then okay. Now, we would like to access this client from our server side. Now, search remote desktop connection. Now, we can actually use the name here, but it is more technical if you will use the IP address. Mind you that the IP address earlier was ending with point 2, but the thing is we actually access this user account and the there might be changes with the IP address. So we'll try to verify that by clicking CMD here and clicking IP config dash off. Now, from 2, it is using still the IP address 2 here. So we will try to access that 192.168.10.2. So options here. Right. Now, accessing this device, since you are in a server and it will use the user name of the server. And the server has a full access to each and every devices that is attached to it. So the username would be the administrator still, and click allow me to save the credentials for this. Then click connect. Then administrator's password is prompt on. Follow 3. Then click OK. Now it will try to determine the identity of the remote server. So the identity of the remote server can be verified. Do you want to connect anyway? So certificate will be trusted. Don't ask me again. Then click yes. Now, if the device or kung nakabukas itong device natin dito or currently naka-sign in yung user, meron tayong ano dito, meron tayong logon message. So sabi dito kasi, sinasabi niya na yung credentials na kinenter natin is currently naka-log in. And if kung gusto natin mag-continue, this user has to disconnect from this computer. Then since wala namang, since server has a higher privilege than this, we'll try to click yes. And the other devices will be um, prompt to accept the remote connection. So madi-disconnect siya pag click niya yung okay. So this will be turned off and this will be turned on. So since they can access the same resources at the same time. So here we go. This is the remote access from the server to the client. Now we'll try to use simply here. Try to use yes. Now we will try to um, reverse it from the client to the server. Turn this off and soft keyboard. Right. We will go with here, Jendo. Now we will do the same. So allow remote access to this computer. Allow. Now we will try to select the users and make sure that the users that will try to access the server has or already part of an administrator group. So sabi dito, the user listed below can connect to this computer and any members of the administrator group can connect even if they are not listed. Now, since we are using Jando and Jando is not a, let's say it's not a part of the administrator group, okay? So, i-add muna natin to. Huwag muna tayo mag-add, then try natin i-apply. Then, remote tayo dito sa kabila, remote desktop connection. 192.168.10.1, then click connect, then password for see. So it says here that the remote could not be authenticated. Then yes, I forgot to use the backslash some slash jando there for the username. That's why it's rejecting the connection. Right now, it actually access the administrator end here. So here, so this is the um, server and this is the client. So let's try to create a new folder here. Right, this will be the administrators and but the user is John Doe, and this will be the servers and the user is the administrator. Right, so that's it for our connection for the client to server and server to client.